I went through every single plant in the original Plants vs. Zombies and found one hidden lore fact for each one. This game doesn't have a big story mode, it's all about protecting your house from zombies. But if you look closer, in things like the Suburban Almanac, the loading screen tips, and even the comics, you can find stories about the plants. Today, we are going through every single plant there is in PvZ. And this wasn't very easy because, as you may or may not know, there are over 200 plants in there. So yeah, it was a long and painful ride, but I hope you enjoy. Let's start with the famous pea shooter. He looks a bit like the Pokemon Bellsprout, but he was really based on a normal pea plant. According to his almanac entry, the pea shooter is tough from the streets and doesn't let anyone give him a hard time. But get this, under that tough look, he secretly yearns for love. This little fact changes him from just a starting plant into a character who acts tough but has a soft side. Sunflower. Next is the sunflower, the plant that gives you the sun you need for your army. Her almanac entry says she can't stop dancing to a beat that nobody else can hear. She is swaying to the life-giving jazzy rhythm of the earth itself, a sound only she can feel. And by the way, while most sunflowers are girls, the comics introduced the only known boy sunflower, named Fred, Cherry Bomb. This is the first plant you get that can blow up zombies instantly. But these two aren't just a simple tool, they are the Cherry Bomb brothers. Their almanac says they tried to start a band. The problem was, they kept blowing up their speakers, stages, and even their fans. The entry ends with them saying, "Look for our LP next year," so they haven't given up on their music dreams. Walnut. You might be surprised to know that this famous plant wasn't supposed to be a nut. In the early days of making the game, the main defender was going to be a potato. That potato idea was later used for the potato mine. The almanac says that when a zombie is eating him, he doesn't feel pain. Instead, he feels a tingling sensation, which lets him stand there with a smile, not bothered at all. Speaking of potatoes, let's talk about the potato mine. His big Spuddo explosion was inspired by the game's creator, George Fan, who thought it was funny to see a zombie get covered in mashed potatoes. But the almanac tells a different story. Some might call him lazy because he takes a while to get ready, but he's actually busy thinking about his investment strategy. This exploding vegetable wants to be a money expert, and in PvZ3 we find out he does it all for his secret crush, sweet potato. But now let's talk about the snow pea. This is the first plant that attacks with cold. A lot of players get confused about whether this plant is a boy or a girl. While many people think it's a girl, the first game's almanac calls the snow pea a he. The lore also says he is tired of hearing ice jokes, even though he has ice powers. And get this, he has other talents besides fighting zombies, like playing ping pong and making ice sculptures. Chomper. This hungry plant was clearly inspired by the Venus flytrap. Its almanac entry says the chomper has strong physicality and is very agile, which seems odd for a plant that stays in one spot. This suggests its quick bite is a sign of amazing athletic skill. The lore also hints at a darker side. It thinks zombies are delicious, and it especially likes the taste of their flags. And now let's talk about the repeater. This is the last plant from the day levels. His name has two meanings. He repeats his shots, and he also repeats what he says. He is shown to be tough, from the streets, and doesn't take attitude from anyone. Sound familiar? Just like his cousin, the pea shooter, the repeater secretly yearns for love. This hidden feeling adds more to his tough look, which the almanac says comes from a harsh upbringing. Puffshroom. This is the hero of the first few night levels. The story for this little guy is all about him being innocent and naive. According to his almanac, he only just found out that zombies were real. He always thought they were just fairy tales or movie monsters. The whole zombie attack has been a big eye-opener for him. He's like a kid learning that the world is scarier than he thought. Sunshroom. This is the night version of the sunflower. His story has an interesting twist. Even though he makes sun, the almanac from the first game says that the sunshroom disdains sunlight. He has to unpleasantly force it out. In later games, this was changed a bit. The PvZ2 almanac says that while he has a sunny disposition, he also has his dark days. He's a character who seems happy but secretly struggles with his own power. Fume Shroom. Now, the Fume Shroom can shoot fumes through screen doors. He has a wild backstory, but it's not from the almanac. A popular fan theory suggests he used to be a baker. This idea changes how you see the plant. What we see as a weapon could just be a new way of using a skill he once used to bake bread. A baker who had to leave his job to fight in a war. But that's just a fan theory. Gravebuster. This special plant's only job is to get rid of gravestones. The story of the Gravebuster is a bit of a mystery because its look has changed a lot. In the first game, creator George Fan made it look like a rotting tree stump to help players understand its job. But the almanac hints that one of the Gravebusters supposedly goes to a rehabilitation center for the undead to help out, suggesting it has a kind side. Hypnoshroom. This mushroom turns zombies into your friends. The idea for its power comes from real-life psilocybin mushrooms, but the hypnoshroom has bigger plans. The almanac says that it dreams of a peaceful world and wishes for a compromise between plants and the undead. It wants to be a peacemaker. Scaredy Shroom. This long-range shooter has a big weakness. It hides when zombies get close. The almanac describes a shy character who wishes he never signed up to fight. But there's one thing this scared mushroom is not afraid of: clowns. This strange and specific detail means that while zombies scare him, a clown wouldn't make him hide. Weird. Ice Shroom. The Ice Shroom is a strong plant that freezes every zombie on the screen. It always has an angry look, but that isn't its personality. It's a medical problem. The almanac says that ice shrooms suffer from a face injury that happened when they were developing, which left them with a permanent frown. So, while it might look angry, that is the only face it can make. Next is the Doom Shroom. The Doom Shroom is the nuclear option that leaves a crater behind. The lore treats this plant like it's something forbidden. Its almanac entry is a warning. It's a forbidden mushroom that has to sleep for a long time to meditate on its transgression after it explodes. This makes its powerful boom seem not like a brave act, but like something shameful it has to feel sorry for. Lily Pad. This is the plant you build your pool defense on. According to its almanac, the lily pad is very private. It never complains and never asks questions. The entry wonders, does he have startling opinions or shocking secrets? Nobody knows. Lily pad keeps it all inside. This paints a picture of a quiet, strong protector holding the whole defense on its back. Squash. This angry gourd has one job: smash zombies. His story shows us why he does it, and it's surprisingly dramatic. The almanac says he was working on a one-plant show and even had a deal with a Hollywood producer. But the deal was cancelled when his agent asked for too much money. Squash isn't mad about it though. He sees it as just part of the business, and he's still waiting for his big chance. Three-peater. The three-peater shoots peas in 3 different lanes, but there's a funny difference between how it looks and how it thinks. The almanac says that even though it has 3 heads, the three-peater's favorite number is actually 5. He loves the number 5 so much that he'll spend all day counting to it. He knows he can't be a 5-peater, but he still dreams about it. Tangle kelp. This underwater plant is the pool version of the squash. Its story shows it as a misunderstood plant thing that just wants to be left alone. The almanac says that it spends most of its time listening to kelp step music on its waterproof headphones. When it pulls a zombie underwater, it's not trying to be mean. It's just annoyed and wants some peace and quiet. Jalapeno. This fiery pepper unleashes a whole lane of fire. The story of the jalapeno is about huge, barely controlled energy. His almanac entry is like an angry thought, and I quote, N, says jalapeno. He's not going to explode, but soon. Oh, so soon. This is a creature whose whole life is a countdown to one big, fiery moment. Spikeweed. Spikeweed is special because zombies can't eat it. Its story shows it has a secret hobby: hockey. The almanac says that Spikeweed is a huge hockey fan and has season tickets. There's just one little problem: he's scared of pucks. Torchwood. A strong, flaming stump, the torchwood is known for working well with pea shooters. Its story shows it as a leader in the community that everyone respects. But this honored plant has a big secret. He is completely illiterate. He can't read a single word. This makes his good reputation even more amazing, since it's based on his good character, not on anything he learned from books. But now let's talk about Tall Nut. This is the upgraded walnut, so tall that some zombies can't jump over it. People often wonder if the 2 Nut brothers are rivals, but the Tall Nut's almanac entry says that's not true. He laughs and says, "How could there be anything between us? We are brothers." He then hints at a strong friendship, saying, "If you knew what Walnut has done for me." His voice fades, leaving you to wonder about their secret past. Okay, we've gone over the day, night, and pool plants, and the stories are just getting stranger. Before we go into the fog, tell me in the comments which plant's secret has surprised you the most. And if you're liking this deep dive, be sure to hit that subscribe button because there's a lot more to cover. Sea Shroom. This is the water version of the puff shroom. Its story is a little bit sad. According to its almanac, the sea shroom has never actually seen the sea. It's in his name, and he's heard about it, but he's just never had the time to go. He still hopes that one day, though, it'll happen, and he dreams of the big, open ocean. Lantern. The plantain is a very useful plant for the fog levels. The story behind this plant is that it's a complete mystery to science. The almanac says that the plantain defies science. While other plants use light to make oxygen, the plantain does the opposite. It eats darkness and makes light. When asked how, the plantain won't say it's sorcery, but hints it's something like magic. But now let's talk about the cactus. The cactus is made to fight the balloon zombie. Her story shows she has a surprisingly soft personality under her sharp spikes. The almanac explains that her spikes belie a spongy heart filled with love. All she really wants is to hug someone and be hugged. But she has found love. The almanac says she's been seeing an armadillo for a while, and it really seems to be working out. And next up we have Blower. This plant has one of the strongest powers in the game. It can instantly blow away all fog and balloon zombies. He is so strong because of one failure from his childhood. The almanac tells us that when Blubber was 5, he could only blow out 60% of his birthday candles. He used that loss as a catalyst to push himself harder ever since. His amazing wind power comes from a lifetime of practice because of one birthday cake. Split pea. The split pea is a strange-looking plant with one head facing forward and another on its back. The almanac says that it thinks of itself as a Gemini. It agrees that having two heads, or one head and a large head-like growth on my back is very helpful, especially against digger zombies. It accepts its two-sided nature, which gives it a cool and confident personality. Starfruit. The starfruit shoots stars in 5 directions, but this strong plant has a funny tooth problem. According to its almanac, the starfruit just went to the dentist and was told it had 4 cavities. This is strange because the starfruit realizes it only has 1 tooth. 4 cavities in 1 tooth? It asked, not believing it. The pumpkin. The pumpkin is a defense-only plant that you can put over another plant. Its lore has a fun reference to another game by the same company, PopCap. The almanac says that Pumpkin is often confused with his cousin, Renfield, a pumpkin character from a game called Peggle. The almanac ends by saying Pumpkin doesn't really get it, he just does his job. Magnet Shroom. This mushroom pulls metal things away from zombies. Its story talks about the bad side of its power. The PVZ2 almanac says that while it's easy for him to get girlfriends, he can't keep them because they always find him too clingy. His best power in a fight is his worst weakness in his love life. Cabbage Pult. This is the first of the Pult family plants. His lore gives him a personality we can all relate to. The almanac says that Cabbage Pult is okay with his job, but there is one question that always bothers him. He just doesn't understand how the zombies get on the roof in the first place. This breaks the fourth wall by asking the same question that many players have probably asked. Flower pot. You need this for the roof levels. Its story is a real brain twister. In its own words from the almanac, I'm a pot for planting, yet I'm also a plant. Has your mind exploded yet? This simple sentence turns the simple flower pot into a puzzle to think about. Kernel Pult. This corn catapult throws kernels and butter. Its story shows it as the respected older brother of the Pult family. The almanac says that Colonel Pult is the eldest, and he's the only one who always remembers his brother's birthdays, though he bugs them about it a little too. This makes him seem like the responsible, slightly annoying big brother. And now let's talk about the coffee bean. This energetic bean wakes up sleeping mushrooms. Its almanac entry is a perfect example of its hyper-personality. It's written as a fast list of excited greetings. Hey guys, hey, says Coffee Bean. Hey, what's up? Who's that? Hey, did you see that thing? What's that? Whoa! It's like looking right into the fast, caffeine-powered mind of the coffee bean. And what about the garlic? Garlic is the master of making zombies change lanes. His story shows this is all he cares about. Garlic has an advanced doctorate in redirection from Brussels University and will talk all day about lane vectors. He is so into it that he even practices at home. The almanac ends with, somehow, his wife puts up with it. Umbrella leaf. This plant protects others from bungee zombies. Its story shows it has traveled all over the world. The almanac says, Umbrella Leaf has traveled the world and mentions trips to Paris, Egypt, and Costa Rica. But the most surprising thing it ever saw was a zombie on its own front lawn, showing how shocking the whole zombie attack was. Marigold. This is the only plant that is just for making money. Its lore reveals it is always thinking about what to do. According to the almanac, the marigold is always trying to decide if it should make a silver coin or a gold coin, based on extensive research and statistics. It's a tiny flower economist. And up next we have melon pult. This is the heavy hitter of the Pult family. Its lore fact is a simple but important gameplay detail. Out of all the normal attacking plants in the first game, the melon pult is the only one with a heavy damage rating in its almanac. This proves its job is to be the main plant for raw, crowd-clearing power. Gatling Pea. This is the best upgrade for the repeater. Its story shows a strong wish to join the army. The almanac mentions his parents were worried, but the Gatling Pea was set on it. He was driven by a feeling of duty and love for his country that makes him different from the other plants who are less eager to fight. Next up, the twin sunflower. The story of how it was made is pretty wild. It wasn't grown like a normal plant. The official almanac says it was made when 2 sunflowers were grown together and then brought to life after being struck by lightning. This dark origin is very different from its cheerful, smiling face. Bloom Shroom. This strong upgrade for the Fume Shroom attacks in a 3x3 square. Its lore fact is more about how its design has changed. The Gloom Shroom has had big visual changes over the years. In the first game, it had a special look. In later games, its design was changed, sometimes looking scarier, other times more cartoony, which shows that it's a fan favorite. And next up we have Cattail. The Cattail shoots spikes that follow any zombie on the screen. Its story explains its special sound. To make itself different from the normal cattail plant, it decided to make a new sound. Instead of rustling, the cattail barks barks like a dog. It's a plant that chose its own identity. Wintermelon. This is probably the strongest plant in the original game. Its story gives it a very fancy and surprising side job. According to its almanac, you might know the wintermelon's voice from such incredible documentaries as It's Cold Up Here, Ice Bingo, and Surfin' Swedes. So, when it's not throwing frozen melons, the wintermelon is a successful voice actor. Next, let's look at the gold magnet. This upgrade for the magnet shroom picks up coins for you. Its lore tells a sad story of failure. The almanac says that the gold magnet used to have a big job at a company with a corner office, full benefits, stock options, but something went wrong. Now it says, sadly, I'm here, on this lawn, in serious danger of being eaten to death. Spike Rock. This is the upgrade to the spikeweed. Its lore is about how incredibly tough it is. The almanac says that Spike Rock just went to a museum in Europe for the first time, and it was really surprised. It never knew they made museums so big. This little detail about its first trip gives it a sweet and innocent personality, which is very different from its tough look. Cob Cannon. This is the most expensive plant in the game. It launches a powerful, explosive cob of corn. Its lore describes it as a very smart and successful person. The almanac asks, what's the deal with Cob Cannon anyway? It then lists his successes. He went to Harvard, he practices law in a prestigious New York firm, he can explode whole areas of zombies with a single corn launch. And it ends with a mystery. But deep inside, what really makes him tick? And lastly, we have the imitator. Its ability to change shape is shown in its lore, which makes it sound like an old war hero. In a raspy, old man's voice, the imitator talks about the zombie wars back in '76. He scoffs at the newer plants, saying, back then, we didn't have all these fancy pea shooters and jalapenos. All we had was guts, and a spoon. This means that the war against the zombies has been going on for a very, very long time. Now, those were the plants in the first game. What about the second game? Well, get ready for some pain, because in the next game, there are about 200 more plants. First of all, most of the ones in the first game are obviously in the second game, so we aren't going through them again. So let's go. Bloomerang. This plant is an outdoorsy, laid-back type who enjoys long walks with his koala bear friend and listening to his Bob Marley albums. That is a pun on the reggae legend Bob Marley, and yes, one of his costumes is literally a Rastacap. He is the definition of cool under pressure, which turns out to be exactly what you want in a boomerang-throwing plant. Iceberg lettuce. His eyes are described as so adorably cute that the almanac itself warns you not to get lost staring into them. If you do, it says, it will be your last step, but only if you're a zombie. Bonk Choy. This plant runs a freelance dentistry practice on the side. His special this month, he will knock 2 of your teeth out for the price of 1. His entire dental technique is punching. He has never used a drill in his life and does not plan to start. Snapdragon. He is described as the most powerful dragon in the entire plant kingdom. Despite this, his deepest wish is simply to have wings so he can see the world from the sky. And his plant food ability briefly grants this dream. He grows wings and takes flight for one single devastating attack before returning to the ground. Spring bean. This plant is in a constant state of joyful, barely controlled energy. During one practice drill, he bounced so enthusiastically that he launched 3 of his own teammates into a passing cart. He has not been invited to team drills since. He considers this unfair. Coconut cannon. He is something of an accidental hero. He originally came from a tropical island where he developed his accuracy purely as a hobby, firing coconuts at distant targets just for fun. He had no idea this would make him one of the hardest hitters in the entire zombie war. He still thinks of it as a hobby. Chili bean. He holds an advanced culinary arts degree and considers himself a gourmet. His weapon releasing lethal gas when eaten is described by him not as an attack but as a flavor experience. He is deeply offended when zombies do not appreciate it. He has never once considered that this might be a him problem. Pea pod. His almanac reveals a surprisingly wholesome family dynamic. Each pea inside the pod considers the other siblings, and they bicker constantly about who gets the best spot to shoot from. The oldest pea is bossier than the others, but also the most protective. It is complicated in there. And next we have Lightning Reed. Despite constantly crackling with electricity, he is one of the most soft-spoken and serene plants on the lawn. His only known complaint, he can never fall asleep because he keeps accidentally shocking himself awake, but he has accepted this as his condition. Laser bean. His red laser eyes are also widely believed to be a nod to Superman's heat vision. He has not confirmed this, but he does not deny it either. And next we have Citron. He is permanently, aggressively enthusiastic. His catchphrase is essentially, let's make this happen. He treats every single zombie encounter like the most important mission of his life. There is no off switch. Other plants find this exhausting, but at the same time, he finds their exhaustion confusing. And next we have E.M. Peach. His defining personality trait is a deep, simmering frustration. He is absolutely furious that everyone lazily calls him just EMP. His almanac entry is a direct rant. There is a C and H there for a reason, people, and he has got the stone to prove it. He has been saying this for years, but nobody has changed. Infinut, an early version of his almanac entry found in the game's files before release, described him as a young nut who spent way too much time standing between two mirrors trying to look into infinity. That childhood obsession is literally why he became a holographic, infinitely self-regenerating wall. Some kids grow out of their phases. He did not. Magnifying grass. She maintains an extremely stoic, unreadable expression at all times. But beneath that blank face, she loves what she does. She takes pure joy in the fact that her beam is a rainbow, and she knows full well that jester zombies cannot deflect it. She considers this deeply satisfying. She just does not show it. Tile Turnip. His almanac describes him as a legendary DJ whose underground hit was Turnip the Beat. It changed dance floors forever. He has not had a follow-up hit, but he is not worried about it. He is confident, since he knows the beat will return. Sunbeam. His almanac entry is written as though it is struggling to understand itself. Sunbeams cause zombies to drop suns when hit, which is a mechanic so strange that even the almanac describes it as operating on principles that remain profoundly confusing to all parties, including Sunbeam himself. He is a mystery to science. He is a mystery to himself. He is fine with this. Fatbeat. His whole personality is built around his passion for music. During one particularly intense practice session, he played so loud that 3 zombies wandered off the lawn on their own, not defeated, just overwhelmed. He considers this his greatest accomplishment. It is framed on his wall. Next is Bowling Bulb. He was a genuinely competitive amateur bowler before the zombie war began. He still holds the lane record at his local bowling alley and thinks about it constantly. The zombie war gave him a chance to use his skills at scale, which he finds enormously satisfying. This is, for him, a dream job. Next is Guacodale. Despite looking like a crocodile, he is an extraordinary swimmer, much faster in water than on land. He refuses to talk about it because he feels it makes him seem too approachable. A crocodile, in his view, should be intimidating. The swimming undermines the whole thing. Banana Launcher. He is the most professional plant on the entire lawn. He treats every battle like a formal military operation, structured, serious, and executed with precision. He has never told a joke during combat and has no plans to start. He does not know what a joke is, technically. Hot Potato. She is a one-use plant who exists entirely to thaw frozen plants and tiles. Her almanac entry quietly wonders, what does she think about between uses? What is her life like in the moments when there is nothing to thaw? The entry offers no answer. It just lets that question hang there. Pepper Polt. Despite being literally on fire, he carries himself with the quiet calm of a professional chef. He used to work in a restaurant. He still thinks about plating. He finds zombie battles far less stressful than a busy dinner service, and that is not a joke. Charred Guard. When his 3-leaf shields were first growing in, they all came in on the same side. Everything was extremely awkward and lopsided for a while. He does not like to talk about those early days. He has moved on. The shields are fine now. He is fine. Next is Stunyan. He cries constantly. Enormous, powerful tears that stun every zombie nearby. His almanac makes clear he does not apologize for this. He is not sad, that is just how he is. He has fully accepted his tear-based existence and considers it a gift. Red Stinger. His almanac is essentially a wellness manifesto. Flexibility is of key importance, he says. I do stretching exercises every morning. It is important to stay physically and mentally nimble. His changing combat role, depending on where you plant him, is the physical expression of this philosophy. He practices what he preaches. And next we have AKEE. His full name, Autonomous Catapulting Ejectomatic Emitter, bothers him deeply. Specifically the word catapulting. He is actively looking for a better acronym because, as he puts it, catapulting is just not working. He has been working on this for a long time. Progress has been slow. Endurian. He self-describes as the most metal plant in existence. He has been planning the ultimate metal plant concert at Madison Rock Garden for years. Tickets have been sold out for many harvests. The concert has not yet happened. He remains committed. The fans remain patient. Stalia. She is a philosopher at heart. Her belief is that folks move too quickly in the modern world and need to slow down and smell some spores. She applies this principle to zombies by force, but they do not appreciate it. And next we have Goldleaf. Her almanac describes her as extraordinarily picky about where she stands. She will only grow on gold tiles, not out of vanity, but because she simply cannot function anywhere else. She views this not as a limitation, but as a standard. There is a difference, and she would like you to understand it. Celery Stalker. He hides underground and attacks from behind. His almanac is a formal defense of this tactic. He resents the implication that there is anything unsavory about it. He simply believes that discretion is the better part of vegetation. He is functionally a philosophical ninja. And next we have Time Warp. Her almanac entry is written entirely in reverse sentence order, literally backwards. Reading it in the correct direction, she is saying she always felt the one-directional approach to time was too limiting and that we need to open ourselves to other possibilities. She is a time-bending plant who speaks in scrambled grammar. Spore shroom. He is a deeply social creature who just wants to make friends. Unfortunately, his friendship overtures, which involve releasing large clouds of spores, are frequently misread by other plants as attacks. He is working on his social skills and is trying very hard. Intensive carrot. He can revive eaten plants. He has the calm, unflappable energy of a dedicated first responder. He does not panic. He does not rush. He has seen it all before, and he will see it again. The eaten plants appreciate his composure more than anything else he brings to the table. Primal pea shooter. He is ancient, stubborn, and deeply unimpressed by modern plants. He considers the original pea shooter to be a watered-down version of himself. His knockback ability is not a technique. It is just how he shoots. He has never bothered to refine it. He sees no reason to start now. Primal walnut. He is significantly tougher than the modern walnut. This is because he has never once heard of the concept of giving up. Millions of years of evolution under predatory dinosaurs did not include the option to simply be eaten. He finds modern walnut's philosophical approach to being consumed slightly baffling. Perfume shroom. Her original almanac entry said she emits a pure, concentrated mist of aerosolized love. This was later changed in a game update. The original version remains beloved by fans for being both the most romantic and most concerning description of any plant's power in the entire series. Primal sunflower. She is more primal and less chatty than the modern sunflower. She produces sun not because she wants to help, but because the sun is hers and she is sharing it on her own terms. It is a subtle but important distinction that she cares about very much. Primal potato mine. Unlike the modern potato mine, who is thoughtful and financially strategic, the primal version has one setting: explode. He has no investment strategy, no hobbies, and no concerns beyond the immediate future, which lasts approximately 3 seconds. He is at peace with this. Moonflower. After her debut in a plant-produced YouTube video called Zombies on Your Lawn, her channel exploded in popularity. She has become a sun-producing influencer among the shadow plant community. Her almanac notes her channel has been bursting with fun ever since. She does not take this for granted. Nightshade. He comes from a long and distinguished line of ardent smackers. This is treated with full seriousness. His family includes 3 kings, 4 ambassadors, and a president, all proud, active smackers. Smacking is, for Nightshade, both a duty and a heritage. He carries it with him every day. Shadow shroom. He is a poisonous fungus so toxic that eating him is catastrophic. His almanac describes him as, nonetheless, a total cutie pie. The contrast between his deadly nature and his adorable presentation is the entire joke, and the almanac commits to it completely. There is nothing else to say. It is what it is. Dusk lobber. Lobbing things comes naturally to her, but only because she has put in extensive training and, crucially, because she genuinely enjoys parabolas. She finds the arc of a thrown object beautiful. This plant is passionate about trajectory math. It is not a bit. She really means it. Grimrose. Her almanac is delivered with calm, chilling logic. When you think about it, the proper place for a zombie is in the ground. So really, she is just expediting the process. She drags the strongest zombie on the lawn directly into the earth and feels entirely reasonable about it. Homing thistle. He once tried to join a standard archery club, but was asked to leave because his projectiles refused to miss. The other members found it unnerving. He shoots in all directions and never misses. He is also the plant most likely to accidentally ruin a surprise party. He cannot stop targeting things. Ghost pepper. She is one of only 3 plants in PvZ2, along with puff shroom and sea shroom that fades away and disappears after attacking. The game's own lore presents this as her being a literal ghost. Her almanac describes her as existing between worlds, which she finds convenient for ambushing zombies. She does not find it inconvenient for anything else. Sweet potato. She radiates warmth so strongly that even zombies feel briefly comforted before being redirected. She is also, according to PvZ3, the secret crush that Potato Mine has been working toward his entire investment career, so he is doing it all for her. Sap Fling. He once tried to enter a formal catapult competition, but was disqualified because his ammunition was considered too adhesive to be sporting. He has not forgiven the judges, and he brings it up more than his friends would like. Hurricane. He is a pun on hurricane and kale, and he leans into both. His almanac describes him as a massive overachiever who somehow turned being a vegetable into an intense athletic identity, meaning he trains constantly to a point where it annoys the other plants around him. Fire pea shooter. He was originally just a normal pea shooter who got too close to a torchwood and, in his own words, discovered himself. He has not looked back. He does not talk about what he was like before. That was a different plant. Dandelion. He is the only plant who considers his own demolition an exciting experience. When he falls apart into seeds and explodes, he describes it as optimal. He regenerates enthusiastically and cannot wait to do it again. This outlook baffles everyone around him and worries some of them. Lava Guava. He views every zombie wave as an opportunity to make a dramatic first impression. The lava pool he leaves behind is, in his opinion, a calling card. He wants to be remembered. The zombies remember, not fondly, but they remember. Toadstool. Her almanac says she eats zombies whole, and the process disgusts even her. She does it anyway because someone has to. She does not enjoy this, but she is very good at it. Cold Snapdragon. He and regular snapdragon do not discuss the family resemblance. They are very different plants with very different views on temperature. Thanksgiving is complicated. Neither of them has brought it up in years, and they are both simply hoping the other one will let it go. Shrinking Violet. She takes personal satisfaction in reducing things to a manageable size, not just zombies, which in turn is very annoying to the others, but she is trying to get better. Escape Root. He is one of only 2 plants in PVZ, 2 capable of moving across the lawn. The ability to uproot himself and walk to a new tile gives him an existential freedom that other plants cannot comprehend. He finds staying in one place philosophically troubling. Gold Bloom. She is a single-use plant that produces a massive surge of sun, and she considers it a performance. One extraordinary moment, then gone. She has no interest in doing it twice, since the rarity is the point. Wasabi Whip. He trained under an unnamed Japanese martial arts master who taught him that precision beats power every time. The wasabi is, in his view, a courtesy warning. He is giving the zombies a chance to reconsider. Explode O Nut. He is a walnut who is deeply at peace with his purpose. He does not fear the moment of explosion. He has been preparing for it his whole life and considers it a graduation. He is ready. He has always been ready. And next we have Kiwi Beast. She was calm and gentle until the moment her plant food is used, at which point she transforms into something considerably less calm and gentle. She does not fully remember what happens during this transformation, but she is fine with that. Mistletoe. He considers Christmas decorations deeply insufficient as a method of zombie control. He has made his own suggestions. They have not been adopted, but he remains available for consultations. Cauliflower. She has the ability to hypnotize zombies into a state of helpfulness, which she describes as sharing a vision. She speaks about zombie cooperation with the enthusiasm of a life coach. The zombies, briefly charmed, find it confusing, but she sees the confusion as a work in progress. Solar Tomato. He stores up sun patiently for a long time and then releases it all at once. He compares this to being very organized. Other plants do not entirely understand his lifestyle but respect the results. Electric Blueberry. She is the quietest plant on the lawn until she decides she is not. One moment of full power lightning can wipe out entire rows. She considers understatement a virtue, and she has earned the right to it. Next we have Peanut. He is a fusion of pea shooter and walnut. Combining 2 very different personalities into one plant has resulted in internal arguments that occasionally affect his shooting accuracy, but he is working through it. Power Lily. She exists to give, not out of selflessness, but because she genuinely cannot bear to see a plant without plant food. She finds empty plant food meters personally offensive. She will fix it. She always fixes it. Next we have Apple Mortar. He studied classical warfare theory and considers catapults the pinnacle of military engineering. He is not interested in laser beams or electricity. He finds them flashy and inelegant. He has very strong opinions about this and will share them if given any opening at all. Aloe. She is the most nurturing plant on the lawn, and she knows it, and she brings it up constantly. She has strong opinions about other plants' self-care routines, and shares them whether asked or not. She means well, but that is the most anyone can say. Next, we have Holly Barrier. He grew up being told Holly was decorative, not defensive, and spent his entire life proving that wrong. He takes every zombie penetration of his barrier personally. Shadow Pea Shooter. He prefers to attack from shadows and considers direct sunlight unnecessary and frankly rude. His fellow plants have stopped trying to include him in outdoor events, but he considers that a win. Next we have Snap Pea. She is the first plant to admit she has no idea how her trap mechanic works. She just snaps and things happen. She describes it as trusting the process. Other plants find this unsatisfying as an explanation, but she does not have a better one. Goo Pea Shooter. Producing slime constantly is more inconvenient than it looks. He leaves marks on everything. Other plants have stopped letting him sit on their furniture. He understands. He does not like it, but he understands. Sling Pea. He practiced his slingshot for so long that his launching arm became dominant to a degree other plants find unsettling. He has no other hobbies. Witch Hazel. She has an advanced degree in botanical transformation and considers turning zombies into random plants a clinical procedure, not a trick. She would prefer if everyone treated it with the same professionalism she does. But unfortunately, they do not. Parsnip. He has been underestimated his entire life and has built an entire identity around that narrative. He fights harder specifically because people expected less. He is not sure what he would do if people started taking him seriously. Electric current. She once accidentally short-circuited an entire neighborhood's worth of electronics at a plant social event. She has not been to a social event since, but she is fine with that. Pomegranate. He is the only plant on the lawn who actually enjoys being hit. Each impact triggers an explosion. He has found a way to turn taking damage into an offense strategy and considers this philosophically elegant. He is not wrong. It is a little concerning, but he is not wrong. And that, my friends, is it. Obviously, some of you might know that there are some additional plants in the spin-offs and maybe some in the Chinese version of the game, but I think like this, we covered almost everything. Maybe if we can hit 10,000 likes on this video, I will make an extended version of it. Hope you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, and bye.